hearts, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, growth, and abundance. So let's get started. Because you know we dominate these time constraints. And I hope you had a very powerful and positive and productive experience over the past couple of days. Let's see what the energies are looking like, what the most important messages are, what you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. And we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. This is the most important message. Moon is waning, right? Is it waxing? When the moon is going down. The moon is going down, kind of like reducing in size, about to be a new moon. Trust the signs. Closure. There are like it's like you tying up loose ends. This is a very good time to tie up loose ends. This is also not a good time to hesitate or second guess. Don't be like doubling back or like wishy-washy in the decisions that you're making at this time. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirroring. Um, the external world is a reflection of the internal world. You could be facing your inner demons at this time. That's how this feels. It feels like you facing your inner demons and you bringing it in to the behaviors associated with that entity or energy that had been attached to you. You recognizing and realizing the results of your life that was signs. Like, okay, if this is the result, what was the behavior that got me here? Paid attention to the behavior. Okay, why am I behaving like this? This is heavy shadow work. Why am I behaving like that? Bringing those behaviors to an end. Okay, but that behavior was associated with Tom. Okay, fuck Tom. Okay, but that behavior was associated with Dick and Harry. Fuck them too. There's this type of energy. It's like this. It's like not a day. It's how it feels to me. It just feels like you're going through this experience where you're tying loose ends by facing your like facing your inner demons. That's what this feels like. Red flags energy is out here with trust the signs and closure. It also feels like it has a lot to do with like bringing a relationship to an end. Relationships coming to an end that have to do with certain behaviors that you might have affections and affinities toward, even the people you might have affection and affinity toward, but really not wanting the results. Hello, closure. Not wanting the results that come with these behaviors. So you got to do away with it all. The whole everything that come with it. The behaviors, the people connected to it, the verbiage, getting rid of all of it. Rebound. And that's the biggest obstacle that I face, and I can feel it energetically. The biggest obstacle that you're facing is that you might want to go back. It's comfortable. It's home. It's what you know. It's what you've always known. It's so familiar to you, right? Muscle memory. You seen the metal, when you put the metal in the hot water, you unbend the paper clip, you put it in the hot water, and turn right back into a paper clip, and go right back to what's comfortable. Just bend my stupid ass right back up. That's how this feels. The biggest obstacle that you face right now. Unbothered energy is out here. There's also this energy coming through where the energy of self-control. Do you have it or don't you? I believe you do. I also believe that people don't think you have it, or people are, paying you based off your past behavior. So the fact that you demonstrating this self-control is almost like you proving a point to yourself and to others, because it's a lot of people saying they not gonna keep acting like that, like shocked and awe. Oh, this motherfucker know how to act. Like, not that you know how to act, but like that you know how to restrain from things that you might have a desire and a penchant for. That's how this feels. Speak up energies out here with hustle mode, right? Like actions speak louder than words, right? This is you demonstrating that you can really be focused. And not, how we always talk about hyperfixation being like a negative thing, nine of swords energy. This is hyperfixation being a kind of like a positive aspect of that spectrum, right? Like, oh, I'm focused on my goals. I'm focused on healing, focused on health. It's just type of energy, hyperfixated on creating different results, paying attention to the results associated with the behaviors associated with all the people and all the verbiage. You're getting rid of it all. It's a lot of closure happening now. My poker face. And I do believe that people are like, they ain't gonna keep it up. Like, motherfuckers don't think you have self-control. Not that they don't think you have self-control, but just feel like you might do it for a week. You might do it for 2 weeks. You're not gonna make it a habit. It's not gonna become your lifestyle, a diet. Right? It's like people in your energy that think that the changes that you're making, the way you're behaving now is just a fad, right? It's just a trend. It's not gonna last long. I think it's important for you to do away with the people, the behaviors, and the verbiage. When you get rid of all that, it ain't no going back, right? Yeah, y'all hyper fixated. Like, it's like you might be ADD or ADHD. You might have like these learning, abilities or super abilities. You might, not know how to concentrate. It's just that you were never taught what to concentrate on. Most people can't focus on shit for 3 minutes. So you mean to tell me you be sitting up there and word for 30 minutes? You just sit up there and think about it like, here we go. Put yourself into a panic attack. Okay, bitch, you got a superpower because you can concentrate. Let me show you what to concentrate on. How about you concentrate on getting this money? How about you concentrate on your health? How about you concentrate on your fulfillment and focusing on, finding happiness in your life? Oh, okay. You can concentrate on that for 30 minutes, 6 years. Okay, you good. It's this type of energy. And there's, increases in your status and your stature and your ability to manifest and materialize what you desire because of this. You got to give. They call it hyperfixation. Motherfucker, people be coming up with words for shit they don't understand. You got the ability to concentrate to see to and see through shit. Now, if you focus on some shit that really matter, you can manifest something. That's what this is, hyperfixation. My ass, nigga. Hyperfixate on getting the bag and see how that work out for you. You hyperfixated on some bullshit that we know that work. Beautiful thing is we know hyperfixation work. You hyperfixated on a bunch of bullshit and look at your life. Hey, that shit work. Let's hyperfixate on some good shit. Hyperfixate on God. See what that'll get you. You get what I'm saying? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Okay, good. Yay. We figured out you got a superpower. You can concentrate on something. You can focus. The problem is you focus on the wrong shit. Now, if we can redirect your focus on some shit that actually account for something, we in the business. We're in the money. We're in the money. You got the ability. You got the ability. You'll sit up there and think about that dumb person. You'll think about that dumb person for hours all day, 12 hours, sitting up there on your shift at your work. Every time you put your hands down from the computer keys, you think about the stupid person. Bitch, what if you just thought about money like that? Thought about health like that? Thought about wealth like that? Thought about God like that? Ooh. Nobody wouldn't be able to fuck with you. I know it. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. And listen, if you got the ability to concentrate on something, I'm talking about for longer than 3 minutes, you doing better than most. Now, what is you concentrating on? Let's see what comes out. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see as well. The highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good? Frozen out in the cold. Okay. Falling for you. I'm nervous. It immediately made me. I felt nervous. You want people that make you feel calm, that make you feel safe. You don't want anybody butterflies and all of this shit here. She leaning over in the damn chair. You know how that risky that is. Sometimes you feel like I got this. Then the next thing you know, you done fell back on your ass. Beware. Fall and winter between now and the end of the year, or winter kind of goes through March almost, three's a crowd. I don't like this energy. Something going on between the fall and winter season. Falling for you, it could be this energy of somebody being, like maybe you can feel somebody's energy towards you changing. You sense that something is shifting. Like there used to be a connection, but now when such and such comes around, they act funny. Now they used to invite you to out on their outings or to come to work with them or come with them on this and that. Now they don't act like they don't act like they want you to go. Falling for you energy is out here with winter. I want you to cover your ass at this point in time. I want you to make sure that during the winter season, you're the one keeping you warm. That's going to be your most powerful path. Full moon moment. The full moon recently passed us by. Emotions high, release, realization. This could be you. Full moon moment. Falling, releasing, realizing that you have fallen for something that's kind of cold-hearted or maybe even makes you feel left out in the cold. Give me some more energy on this. Look closely. I'm a little bit nervous for real now because look closer, that means, okay, I'm picking this on purpose. Maybe not consciously. The consciousness should rule the subconscious. But if you're not consciously ruling your subconscious, then your subconscious rule you, right? So it's like the moon subconscious energy is like this idea of if you have an unhealed attachment and you're moving into a relationship, because sometimes we have unhealed attachments, subconscious shit that's fucking with us, but consciously we want a relationship. Sometimes we got subconscious shit that's fucking with us, but consciously we want finances. Consciously, we want stability, right? Consciously, we want a well-paying job, right? But subconsciously, we got all this shit going on that's stopping us from really getting it. That's how this feels to me. Full moon moment. It feels like going to, it feels like someone who's dating people who are emotionally unavailable because they have unhealed attachment issues. That's how this feels. But this could be going for something and you haven't dealt with the subconscious problems that create an impediment in that thing. Then when you constantly go for it, you feel like a failure of some sort. Release, let it go, release, and don't look back. You get what I'm saying? When you're constantly going for it, like a rabbit, a bunny rabbit, jackrabbit type of energy, right? And then when you feel like you didn't get it, there's some type of failure, feeling left out in the cold. No, we trying to. It's like not fighting the spiritual nature of things before you fight the physical nature of that thing. It's as above, so below, as within, so without. You dealing with the cause. You dealing with the cause without dealing with the root of it. So if I got weeds in my grass and I'm cutting the grass, but the weeds constantly grow up, then I'm gonna need a weed killer, right? Because at the end of the day, it's something down in that ground. It's rooted there, and no matter how much I cut it off on the top, it's still gonna grow there because the roots are strong. That's what's on this board, and it's like something rooted inside of you. Ugh. I don't like it at all. It feels like maybe you've been in a relationship with somebody off and on for a long time, and they may have done roots on you. You could wonder, why do you always think about this person? You might move and then go back, move and then go back, go another place and then go back, rooted, tied, and not really dealing with the subconscious root cause of why. And honestly, do you think that's what you deserve? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Do you think that's what you deserve? Because when you let go of this shit, when you really fully release it, the first reading talked about, closure, reading the signs, pay attention to everything, right? When you really let this go, don't you think that God, your Father in heaven, got something good for you? Right? But the subconscious, attachments that you have got you keep going back to something that ain't good for you. The Leo, Sagittarius, working on it, planning. You know what I mean? Constantly trying to improve. It's like having a lemon for a car. You got a limit for a car. You got to constantly get the timing belt fixed. You're constantly getting the belt chain. You got to get the carburetor. You need a fuel pump. You need a belt. God damn, you need a new car. It's this type of energy. And in your life is something that's, man, you constantly having to. And what if it was just a replacement? That's what this feels like. A dream big. And it's this energy around what you think you deserve and what you know you deserve, but doing the root work, doing the subconscious digging in your spirit to get rid of all of those roots that bind you to the things that don't really bring you any love, any joy, any brilliance, only make you feel left out in the cold. Yeah. It's a lot of closure happening, a lot of releasing. Could it be I'm falling in love? What y'all doing? Y'all so quiet. I was about to cuss. Will you? Let me cut my all the messages on so I can see even what everybody's saying. What's going on, Shamika? What's happening, Virgo love? Free Congo. Nope. If you'd like me to do a reading for you and you'd like me to use the biblical deck in a personal reading for you, I'll be happy to do that for you. You should check out my website, www.TarotonDex.com. Or you can check out my link tree and I can do a personal reading for you and we'll use that biblical deck. That biblical deck is it's just gonna give you a deep and thorough, a very, it's gonna touch shit you didn't think was gonna get touched. So it can be long because I gotta read all of the messages that's on the card. So I don't think it's a good thing for the morning check-in. It would be too long and elaborate. Secret accounts, girl. Get the fuck out of here, girl. You know you've been being watched. You've been being watched for a long time. Watching you grow. What are they watching? Like, what the Like, what the fuck is you looking at? Watching you grow, watching you heal, watching you restore, watching you make it through. It's they showing me times when this entity was watching you and they was like you closer, like you about to, they just felt like they almost got you, and then you bounce back, like they watching you bounce back. They watching the power of God in like motion in regards into your life, but you up here watch, moving on, letting go, loving you. Some of you are feeling like it's close to home, like damn, it's what I feel is somebody who keeps showing their hand. Like you've moved on, you've let go, you might have even forgiven and are healing. Energetically, you're in a sound place. God does not give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of sound mind. And energetically, you're in a sound space. Okay, this person is anxious. They could be nearby. They could be far away. It was something that I wanted to say about this person watching you, stalking you. Uh, I can't. The thought went away. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit. I just feel like, what are they watching you do? Grow, get better, be better. Give me some more energy around this. They keep showing you their hand. Is what spirit's saying. They're showing you like if they make a secret account, they might say something. It might be a comment, like they trying to troll, but the comment is personal, right? It's not a comment like tens of millions of people commented. It's a personal comment. They didn't just comment on something random. They went personal to say that's all these people do is show you their hand and reveal to you. It's like your spirit team is saying, if you pay attention and don't get emotionally erratic about what's happening, you just will know to protect yourself. You know what I mean? If you feel like somebody is, following you, to turn off that street. Make us block to see. You know what I mean? It's like instead of being frustrated or flustered or freaking out, man, about what you're paying, what you're noticing, it's a good way to protect yourself. All they're doing is showing you their hand. And when somebody shows you their hand, they say we playing talk. And you show me your hand, I know I can beat you. I know what you got in your hand. It's this type of energy. No strings energy out here with secret accounts. This could be somebody that you literally, 639 angel number, you already said no. Like in your mind, it's over with. You get what I'm saying? In your mind, it's over with. I also feel like this person is some type of practitioner because your faith, your healing, your meditation, you're moving on, you're letting go, you closing this cycle. This motherfucker tried to poison you, trying to poison your life, trying to poison what people think about you. Spirit sweet talk energies out here trying to talk themselves into they could even be trying to like fuck up your money, scam, fraud, this type of energy, spiritual attack. It's heavy on mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all? That ain't what that lady say. She say, what she said? She said, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? So I feel like there's this like person who put themselves in competition with you, had a point to prove. They're losing direly. They wanted to prove that they can suppress you, surmount you, be on top of you is what they showing me in my mind, and I don't know the right word. They want to surmount you like a summit, okay? But it's like your spirit team, just you not even focusing on this person because it feels like a very much so a one-sided fight. You focusing on God, you focusing on healing, you focusing on meditation. When like they showing me a lot of close calls, right? Whenever you was in a close call, you only thought that God was trying to teach you something. You never felt like you was almost at your wit's end, like this person was taking it. You just felt like, okay, God, what do I need to learn? How do I need to shake back? If you went through a week where you just wasn't doing nothing, you wasn't doing your laundry, whatever it is like that, that next week you shook back, you caught up on everything. Is this type of energy. Fairy tale, phony, trickster, illusion. Spiritual energy is out here. Somebody is showing you their hand, bro. Getting angry, getting upset, that is not going to serve you at this time. Being aware that your so-called opponent is showing you their hand, and so you're going to know how to play better, that's going to be your most powerful path forward. And this person mind, I think is a man. This person mind, they in a fairy tale. They're in illusions. They might do a lot of drugs or have some type of psychosis going on. But in your mind, you close this off. You close this off. The only thing you need to do is pay attention to what this motherfucker showing you. If they showing you, they watching you, then you need to make sure that you have your system set up so you protect it. You know what I mean? If they show you that they're trying to gain access to you through a certain way, the problem is what spirit is saying is that they're showing you. Here, this is what I'm going to try to do. Okay, this is where you need to protect yourself. This is what I'm going to try to do. Okay, this is how you need to protect yourself. And that's what this feels like to me. The idea that they can gain access to you without you giving them access, they cannot gain access to you. So a bullshit lie, a phony illusion. They already know what will happen. They already know what will happen. So remember, God does not give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of sound mind. And don't let this motherfucker talk you back into something that you've already closed out. It's not that hard to say goodbye. It is not that fucking hard. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I feel like this person might try to get you secluded off to yourself. They might try to fast talk you or sweet talk you. This person could also try to get you angry, get you irate, put you in some type of legal battle. Why? Your light irritate their demons. Your wish is coming true. That's why. And they couldn't stop you. Some of you, they tried to put so many burdens on you. Oh, they ain't gonna be able to handle these children. Oh, they're not gonna be able to handle the responsibility of these bills. I mean, they left you with bills that you were supposed to be handling together, left you with children that you were supposed to be raising together. For many of you, it's other shit, whatever it is, businesses left you in debt, right? So the idea of you being emotionally, charged and being like them getting you upset is not far fetched. They left you is so inundated, so burdened, and you put your labels on your back and start walking. You carried that shit. 10 of Wands energy. Now they talk about they miss you. Bro, this person is trying to get you to go do something. They want you to get beside yourself. They want you to act irate so that they can use that to have you charged. So be aware. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something to help. I been talking before I lay around there and heard myself talk. What I said? She said, what I said? There's been a lot of over the past couple of days, right? More than there's been a lot of somebody watching you or somebody, trying to. It's almost like the way this energy feels is like it wants you to know that it's watching you. It's hoping that your awareness of the fact that somebody is watching you will have you scared or like edgy. Like, oh my God, they're watching me. Oh my God. Fuck that, bitch. You watching me, bitch. Watch I bend over and toot his ass up and let you see all the glory God lets me with. Baby, my grandmother taught me that. She said one day when she was a young woman, she had a peeping Tom for a neighbor. And she said her neighbor was peeping through that window and thinking he was gonna see something, he looked portly, a little bigger on the bigger side. My grandma said she bent over and showed him the whole fucking world. And she had no more problem with that motherfucking peeping Tom. Anyway, baby, we wanna see some shit. You looking. I like to see it. Here you go, bitch. Somebody letting you know that they are watching you is only some type of psychological warfare because they're showing you their hand. And if you don't know what that means, this ain't for you. It's showing you their hand. Shit. Now play. Play the fucking game. Don't say, hey, you're showing me your hand. Or, oh my God, you're showing me their hand. I don't know what to do. Bitch, I'm finna play. You see. Okay, what you got? A spade? Okay. Shit, I'm finna win. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk by us back out here for the greater good. Spirit says they showing you their hand. Play to win. Friend, ally, confidant. I like rainbows. Rainbows are signs of promises of God. It also can indicate a pure auric field, sincere intentions. Oh Lord, how it's gonna be? How is it gonna be though? Like, how is it gonna be? How is it gonna be a friend with a third party? Yeah. Because thank you. Because I was concerned. No, something is significant about colors. Something is very significant about colors, but there's also something like cartoonish or caricature because there's this idea of having an aura. So if you look at this, like look at her aura. Look at her little aura. You see it? Now look at this lady aura. It's fake, right? Like if you think of how this lady's aura is just glowing around her, and it's a rainbow. I don't know if you can see it. It's a rainbow though, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. Right? Now this lady say, "Oh yeah, I have a rainbow aura too." Look, her shit ain't glowing all around her body though. It's like it's a sticker on the background or some shit like that. So third wheel, and you need to be very cautious because it's very much so something about colors, and it makes me feel like it's painted on. Okay, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energies out here with player and non-committal energies out here, and something is very much so. Not only is it painted on, but it's painted on with water-based paint. That's water soluble paint. That shit ain't even no really like no really paint you got to worry about staining nothing because you put enough water on it, it's gonna fade away. Third wheel energy is out here. When I say when you put enough water on it, water, emotions, water, spiritual significance, right? Spiritual waters. So when you put enough emotion, let's say you put emotions into this relationship, and whenever you try to get, let's say, emotional, like build emotional connection, they shy away. Or you tell them of your spiritual sightings, your spiritual seeings, and they shy away. The letter S showing up significantly. All that shit means something. Aries energy is out here with warning, caution and danger. Now this could be March, April, that they saying something going on since March, April, something going on until March, April. But I want you to be careful of a person who clones. I was about to say clones you, mimics you. Let me say something. We are universal beings. We are universal beings. So usually, as high as you go up, that's usually there's some level of lowness. So like if you a real spiritual person, you might like to fight, or maybe you like whatever it is, right? You got something. It's, as high as it go up, that's just how it works. It's polarity. It's laws. It's universal laws. If they go build a skyscraper, go all the way up in the air, guess what they got to do first? They got to dig down low. Then they got to build a foundation, a structure solid enough to hold that tall ass building. So I'm giving them a blip. That's high as it go up. Usually it go down low like that too. Okay, boom. This person on. Let's say you trying to talk to them. You trying to talk to them on some real deal Holyfield shit. They can't. The only thing they can be is love and light and happiness, joy and purity. They don't never get. You don't never see you've been through it. You heard me. All you ever see is joy and faith and peace and harmony. Nigga, you don't never see that side. There's something fucked up about it. It's I don't give a fuck that. I've been through the mud, baby. I don't need nobody to believe me. I got it. Y'all go over there by yourself. I'll go off on my own. That's how secure I am and what I know, bitch. Bye. I'm telling you now. They don't got no humanity. They don't have no animalistic nature. You're a mammalian, you're a reptilian, and you're a spiritual being. So you ain't got no animalistic behaviors, bitch, something up. You so nothing ever, bitch, something up. I'm telling you now, and this motherfucker is wearing a mask, a painted on aura, a painted on glow about themselves so they can find out something about you. This is what I'm tapped into. Because mind you, now your aura real. You got the real deal Holyfield rainbow aura. You see how that shit? Look at that shit. They got yellow right around their solar plexus chakra. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? They got red right around their root chakra, not just painted on bullshit. You need to be careful. You need to be careful of these motherfuckers with these painted on bullshit because they have reasons. They have reasons, bondage, contracts, Libra energy. They want to have you in some type of contract. Fraudulent energy is out here. It's almost like wanting to keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. Why? Why do they want to keep you closer? So they can copy you. It's easy. You've seen those Lifetime Network movies where the person starts off initially being a very good friend and a cool person, and then the next thing you know, they start copying the person, want to wear their hair like them, want to wear their makeup like them. Person gets up, they go to school. The next thing you know, the person comes in down the hallway with their same outfit on, the hair just like them, and everything is this type of energy that's on this board. But I'm gonna tell you something though, because I just fucking work here. Not none of y'all think I'm new in tunes. I'm tell you something though. The way you're gonna know is it's always something. It's just something fraudulent about this person. You will be able to sense it. They don't have no humanity is what it looks like. They don't never get in their mammalian energy. They never get in their natural. They're never. I get it. We at work, we have to be composed. Or we at church, we have to be composed. But I'm talking about when you walk into the car, you just trying to get to know your friend. You say, hey, friend, make a little crude joke. And they don't have no Oh, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something to help. I am grateful for each and every one of you. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love, and support. I always hope that I'm saying something that helps. Maybe we should look into what does the divine collective need to know most. Let's look into love. Love, love, love. Now that we got, this is for people who are in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, then let's talk. Hidden agenda. I don't like that being the first card out for sure. Somebody has a hidden agenda. A third party situation just went in the back. Release the past and respect boundaries. Somebody's plotting, planning, scheming. I want you. Listen. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. We ain't new to this. We true to this. You can agree that in your life you've seen things that were done in the dark come to the light. Why would it be any different with you? Pillow talk energy is out here with short term connection. No matter, I could be at the buffet. We could be at a buffet restaurant, and I could say, you should get this. This is really healthy for you, and it'll make your skin glow, and it'll make your hair grow, and it'll make your booty big, and it'll make your titties perky. And you might say, you know what? No, I don't want that. I want this. What this other thing over here? Whether it's good for you or not, it doesn't matter, because I'm telling you, this thing over here could be so beautiful, wonderful for you, but you say you don't want it, and that's how this feels to me. Rather than feeling like something can be done in the dark, let everything be done in the light. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. Have honest conversations. The biggest obstacle that I feel like is in this relationship is losing yourself. Like when you get into a relationship, you meet somebody and they become like a best friend. They become your everything. You use these words, right? My baby, whatever it is, like that, right? Then when it becomes time for interdependence, which means this person got to go and be an independent person. Y'all can't always be together for whatever reason. They got their job, you got your job. They got their life, you got your life. They got their kids, you got your kids. It's understanding that it's not. It's like if you got past issues where you have like abandonment issues, and when somebody is out of sight, you feel like you can't trust them, then that's your shit. But if you are still haven't done what you need to do with that shit from the past is now affecting this current relationship. And it's just like wanting to go back to something that's more comfortable. We've been talking about that muscle memory all day. Be careful of wanting to go back to something that's more comfortable. Pillow talk energy is out here with honest conversation about respecting boundaries. Hidden agenda, release the past in reverse with short-term connection. And it's like, and I can't let go. No matter what the people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. You are my life. I can't let go. It's like it feels like it's difficult for you to let go of something. It also feels like the thing that is difficult for you to let go of when you was ready to get away from it, you was trying to get somewhere. Now you put an X on that shit for a reason. So now you put an X on it, you ain't got something else. Now this ain't necessarily exciting. X is the syllable. This isn't exciting, so you think you're gonna go back to that crazy shit. That's how this feels to me. Mutual feelings, energies out here with they adore you and reaching out. Meanwhile, fear of failure. These cards come out. All of these cards is in this deck. The same cards come out when we use this deck. The same fucking cards come out when we use this deck. And the thing you need to do is be honest with yourself. It's this type of honesty. Pork isn't bad for you. The meat is literally worms, right? You know that, right? You like hog cracklings. You like a little pork chop sandwich. It's this type of energy. Now, in relationship, it can be more detrimental than just having a sandwich or something like that. Even though the sandwich, what you put in your body is what comes out, right? Either both of them are detrimental, but it's when you make those conscious choices to say, I still want to eat my pork. I'm not letting it go. Despite the awareness that I have that is bad for me. That's what's on this board. You still want that thing that's not good for you. You're not going to let it go. Then this other option, the potential, put it on pause. Respect and love yourself enough to put it on pause so that it still has the potential that it holds today if you decide to walk away from this X because they get too excited. Because it feels like you're on this spectrum between not exciting enough and too excited. And you have to make the choice. Fear of failure. I do think that there's a lot of energy around not wanting or knowing that the thing that you like have a lot of desire for is not good for you. But I do feel like it's a lot of fear around how you have to change the responsibility associated with being the higher version of you. I like it. I don't like it. I feel like I understand how it could be difficult. I definitely understand how it could be difficult. It feels like when you're a young, that when it reminds me of a 20-year-old dating a 50-year-old. And she said, I'm going to marry him. Stupid. But I do get that nobody can tell you anything. You're not gonna know until you know, until you experience it, unless you meet somebody who you trust or you want to emulate enough that says, bro, you're making a bad decision. You're not gonna listen to anybody who's not living no kind of life that you want to live, even if they're trying to tell you what's best for you. So sometimes you just gotta go through it. And life be like that so much. That's why I don't judge. I'm not gonna make no judgment off. Baby did the best she could with what she knew. Now, if you know better, you'll do better, right? Or and see, that's where it is. If you know better, you'll do better, right? Because you know your ass ain't supposed to eat no pork. Because you need to go, 20 minutes of exercise a day. You know you need to hit them 10,000 steps. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't. So when you know better, you do better. Or do you? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path. Thank you for the greatest good. What is the most important message for singles? Fear of loss. A lot of fucking fear. We've been talking about that a lot today. God does not give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of sound mind. That shit don't come from God. When you feel it in your body, the first thing you need to do when you feel it in your body, because you're going to feel that sensation first. It's like I call all my power back. The fuck, scared of what? Scared of hope, scared of hope. You got to put it in yourself. Let's say I call all of my power back. Now, who is this causing this anxiety? Causing you scan the area. What I'm feeling anxious for? I call my motherfucking power back. Yeah, Russian energy is out here with incomplete. If you're single and you're thinking of romance, it's like you think somebody outside in the world is going to make you feel whole, and that's bullshit. Whole bread, whole wheat. You think somebody out in the world is going to make you feel whole, and that's bullshit. You'll find people who will come into your life that compliment you. But until you understand you and your wholeness, you could be dating people based on idealistic, not people who could compliment you. Idealistic. I'm going to give you an example using beauty. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pink lips, and blush and all of that shit. That's idealistic for beauty. It tends to be what most people say it's pretty, right? Wouldn't work on me. Wouldn't work on me, right? It wouldn't compliment me. I have to know who I am to understand my wholeness, understand my completeness. Maybe a pink lip will work, but not the blonde hair, right? Not too much on the cheek, right? Okay, you get what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. You got to understand who you are and be whole in who you are before you ever find anybody who could complete you. If you just doing what everybody else is doing, going through the motions, seeing what everybody else is doing, you're gonna look like. Remember Mimi? Y'all might not know that. I don't know how old y'all are. You remember Mimi from Drew Carey? If you haven't never seen Mimi from Drew Carey, Google her. Because fashion icon, okay, sister to the gods, okay, diva of the world. But still, did it compliment you? Does it compliment you, or is it just what everybody else is doing? Is it trendy? And that's what's happening in relationships. Oh, this person is 6 feet tall. They make 6 figures. It's a fucking bird. It's a red bird outside the window right now. Oh, this person's 6 feet tall. Oh, they make 6 figures a year. They drive this car. Y'all don't get along. Y'all, you can't stand this motherfucker. They sit there with their legs crossed, all pretentious and shit like that. You're like, loosen up, motherfucker. You trying to make a joke? Like, get the fuck out of here, but it is this type of energy. So if I was personally, right, use me as an example. If I was to go for what's ideal, we wouldn't compliment each other. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. Kind of on the positive side, right? It would have to be someone who compliments me. And that's what's on this board. Your fear of loss is because you haven't fully spent the time to get to know yourself, rushing to make partnerships. You might meet a $1 million man who's 6 feet tall and don't got no kids or whatever it is like that. And it's lame and corny as a motherfucker. And you don't go to the football game, don't want to go to the parade or none of that shit. It's this type of energy. Expectations, right? So your spirit team is saying, first, understand who you are whole week, so you can understand whether you got some Nutella, some peanut butter, what you want on your bread, baby. You got your little butter, you got margarine, you like a little cream cheese. What you like? Are you a bagel? Are you a whole wheat toast? You want a honey? Look what you want. You get what I'm saying? But first, you gotta understand if you a biscuit or you a bagel. Because if I'm gonna eat a biscuit, I'm gonna put a little butter on it. But if I'm gonna get a bagel, I'm gonna put a little cream cheese. You understand what I'm saying? And so the idea of you moving into partnership with these idealistic partners is kind of what's creating the interruption. But when you understand yourself wholly, who you are, you will know if you whole wheat, if you a bagel, if you a biscuit, and if you need a little butter, a little jelly, or a little cream cheese. Does that make sense? Doesn't have fear of cheating, right? You ain't got to worry about the thing about those types of relationships. You don't worry about nobody cheating. You ain't worried about nobody cheating because you know nobody else can be the apple jelly to your baby toast. You know that they might be strawberry jam. They ain't gonna be that apple jelly. Is this type of energy? That's my sauce, nigga. Look it up. Look it up. Fine. Is this type of energy? So a lot of the relationships that you're moving to could be very idealistic. They're very learned, very well traveled. Physically adept or whatever it is like that. But there's no connection because there's some incompleteness in your heart about who you are, what you like. You like to laugh. You love comedy. How you gonna be in somebody who love horror movies? Y'all ain't gonna be able to watch movies together. If they always want to watch a horror and you always want to watch a comedy, y'all ain't gonna be able to watch movies together. If you like hip hop and R&B and they like country and rock, how y'all gonna jam when you riding down the street when your song come on? You understand what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. Need rescuing. So it's gonna be important for you to know the difference between lust and love, and take the time to understand who you are. Whole wheat biscuit. Are you a bagel? So you can find the best connection that complements you. Okay, this is what I'm tapped into. Pent up anger energy is out here with Lone Wolf. It's a lot of this pent up anger is going to be the result of dealing with a lot of ideal partners who don't compliment you or you feel no connection. Right? This incomplete energy, it'll make you feel like you're a lone wolf. The first part is to find your wholeness, to understand who you are, biscuit. That way you can attract somebody who wants a bite. Does that make sense? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. A lot of the non-committal energy that you're finding is because idealistically it's the makeup the makeup, the perfect face of makeup that doesn't necessarily complement your skin. Does that make sense? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. Time is such a precious resource. It is something that we don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you, and I hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's see what is being hidden or what the enemy is trying to hide. We'll look into finances before doing some collective messages. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. So we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good, emotional intelligence. A lot of energy coming through today about they didn't expect you to be able to control yourself. Like they didn't expect you to be able to fast. They didn't expect you to be able to sacrifice. They didn't expect you to be able to say no, to be able to control your urges, to control your energy. Right? They thought you were gonna freak the fuck out, man. You didn't. Fighting for what you want, fighting for what you love. You're a fighter, and I love it. You're a fighter, and they expected you to swing, nigga. But I feel like you fought differently. Like you're not. It's not that you're not fighting. You're just using your mind. Emotionally intelligent, engaging, God damn it. Emotionally intelligence, engaging in warfare. Emotional intelligence, engaging in warfare. So you're not freaking out and swinging, right? You're fighting thoughtfully. You're fighting warfare because the thing about war tactics, right, is that it's violent. But warfare is mental. They attack your psychological. They attack you at the root. It's a nagging. It's a nagging. It's the frequencies that they were sending to the students at MIT. It's subtle. It's so subtle, and all you don't even know why you're mad. It's this type of energy. They never expected you to have emotional intelligence. Your enemies are expecting you to flip out, man. This is what I tapped into. They don't hate you. They study you. They don't hate you. They study you. They study how you adapt. And I'm talking about emotional opposable thumb. You know how why they set humans apart from all of the other mammals on this planet is because we got this motherfucking thumb. And it's just your ability to develop emotionally, and sometimes like in the heat of battle. In the heat of battle, this nigga don't miss. It's this type of energy. Trash energy is out here in the sex shop. A lot of projections or experiences that you had to go through. Hello, in order to understand who you are, right? This is temptation. This is siren energy. I don't know if you remember last time we was doing those readings, siren came up. Siren is the siren energy. Oh, what can I bait you out into places that aren't good for you with things that aren't good for your body, right? Trash. You want some drugs, you want some alcohol, what is it? Can I get you outside and doing things, trashing yourself? Oh, can I tempt you? Can I tempt you to deprave yourself? It's very much so siren energy. And perhaps in the past you dabbled. Can we use that word? But I also feel like there's this emotional intelligence. And intellect is different from being smart. I mean, smart and intellect is different. Intellect is the information that you've already saved and you have stored. Smart is adaptability. And it's this adaptability that you have, like in the moment. They're studying you. Is it your buddy? What your buddy who? And don't believe it ain't cool. When you call me, I think that a lot is that. If you notice the American flag in the background, it just feels like a lot is that. Damn, I thought you was gonna get mad by now. Damn, I thought you would have started rioting by now. Why aren't you marching in the streets? Hello, protest or some shit. That's how this feels. But I just feel like you studying the board. You're understanding strategy. You're not showing your hand, and because you're playing a game that you were never taught the rules of effectively and efficiently, this opponent is now doing all of the things that they should know not to do after playing so many years on this chessboard, but they starting to lose. They showing their hand. They getting emotional and erratic. The whole time, your emotional intelligence is putting you in a pounce position. Does that make sense? Like they don't even see you laying in the grass. You just about to pounce on this bitch. Betrayal energy is out here with police. One of the this is their one of the compulsive and impulsive things that they feel is gonna like most align with your energy. Like the thing that they feel like is what's gonna be the easiest thing to get you in is to flip out. Is to in the heat of the moment you lose your anger, you lose your temper. That is what they're leaning toward. They feel like of all of the things, if we could get this person in a compromised position, it's gonna be through their anger. It's gonna be through your passions. You might not be angry about anything. You're just passionate. It's a serious emotional situation for you. You have to be able to control your emotions. You have to be able to express what you need to express, despite the fact that the emotions are heightened and the sirens are blaring. You have to clearly and concisely and calmly communicate, or they're gonna use that to charge you and convict you. And this is what I see: emotional intelligence being your most powerful tool. But because you've cultivated this emotional intelligence, the game is over. They steady showing their hand. They getting emotional, getting passionate, throwing the controller down, snatching their handset off. This might have been a formidable opponent over time, but you are showing them they are seeing your fury. I don't even know if you saw that fucking neck come out of fucking clear blue evening. Yeah, they seeing they feel like either they gonna get you to flip and flash the fuck out, and they feel like they gotta get you beside yourself. We talk about this trash in your body. Take these temptations, do these temptations, right? Then I'm gonna put you in a precarious position to just torment you. Poke the bear to get a reaction out of you. So your emotional intelligence is gonna be your most powerful tool because they gonna throw the ball and hide their head. They're gonna say, "Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that." They're gonna start tearing, crying, and shit like that. So be prepared for it. What they said, what emotional intelligence you have. Heavy on wanting to paint you out to be a monster or vicious or like violent or aggressive. That's what this physique of this card gives me. I want to paint this person to be out to be harmful in some way. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. What I said was gonna look into money. Money, 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 money. Money. Money, 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 money. Please cut my cheese. Thank you. Yeah, because they want you to lose that class. They want you to lose that poise. They don't want you to have your shoulders square and back. It was let them do that. They got it. They got it under control. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. Okay, job offer. Okay, job offer. Okay, opportunities for expansion and abundance. Increase, expansion, showing up. First part out, happy Monday. Unexpected expenses. Okay, so listen. Look, it's good at the same time, though. It's good at the same time. You just have to manage your emotions. A lot of time, money money, moon emotions, this currency, water energy. Like you don't realize how much your energy is depleted in nonsensical activities. If your most powerful path forward, moving forward through the week, is going to be to save your breath. Don't answer unnecessary questions. Don't respond to unnecessary texting. Random people who be texting you in on those messenger apps, don't reply to that shit. It's all slightly, just a little bit. It's like giving a penny to every person who messaged you. Every time you respond, every time you tap, every time you like, all of that shit is draining you energetically. And that energy, that energetic current could translate into money if you were more conservative with it. I do see unexpected expenses, but I do see unexpected expenses, but I also see opportunities for expansion. So let's ride this wave of opportunity for expansion. A comparison energy came out, and it just makes me feel like a lot of distractions. It makes me feel like don't worry about the things you don't. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Unexpected expenses. So that means you have to be conservative with your time and with your energy at this time. All of those unnecessary, like when you give breath to somebody's hot. Why is this person messaging me? Why? Don't even respond to that shit. Because right now you don't have the excess currency, money, energy, emotion to give to that energies out here. Vacation energies out here. It feels this vacation card has been coming up a lot. It feels like there's a lot of planning. It also feels like there's this energy, like I was just talking about, like giving so much of your energy out that you feel depleted, that you don't feel like moving, that you don't feel like investing your time and life force energy into the things that will actually afford you growth. This is what I'm saying. So like you finna take a vacation from all of them fucking random strangers messaging, all of this energy exertion that you're doing through channels and methods that seem insignificant and obscure. Because it's people that you're talking to, conversations that you having, conversations that you're a part of, things that you investing your energy in that's depleting you incrementally. It seems slight in the moment, but over time it adds up. That's what this feels like. Training energies out here with job offer and vacation. So while you are going through this learning experience and learning about this new job and increasing, it's gonna be some conversations that have to get cut off. It's gonna be some like let's say you go get sushi every Wednesday. You might not go get sushi while you in training. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're conserving your energy in order to expand yourself in different directions. This is what this looks like. Give me some more energy out here. Thank you. Credit repair energies out here with unexpected expenses and pay bills. It just feels like a lot of these unexpected expenses could be overcome with a little bit of like I said, it's self restraint. That's what it is. Telling yourself no. I don't think people pay attention to enough how social media and the internet takes their energy, currency. You send currents out when you tap the screen, electrical currents go through there. I think that depletes you a lot. So I feel like your credit repair, your pay bills is going to be with you being more responsible. With you telling yourself, if I'm watching YouTube, then I'm watching YouTube with videos that tell me how to repair my credit or tell me how to pay my bills off or whatever it is like that. Everything that you're doing is going to be adding up. Either there's no straddling the fence. Either it's adding up or it's taking away. So I really feel like you're going to do this accounting over your behaviors and like your lifestyle in general. Is this adding or is it taking away? The law of accumulation, entrepreneur energies out here with huge decisions, right? And when you start to, they keep showing me the mast effect, right? The dude who tied himself to the mast, he knew he was gonna have to go through this reef, but there were sirens in the reef. I can't remember the man name. He was some king or some shit like that. He had to tie himself to the mast because he knew that if he went through this place with sirens, so many ships had wrecked, right? And it's this type of energy where you have to tie yourself to the mast at this time. You know that there are going to be some temptations. You know that TikTok is going to come calling, TikTok shop, or somebody wants to go on vacation, or let's go sushi this Wednesday, or whatever it is like that. You know these temptations are going to come calling, so you have to tie yourself to the mast. You have to create conditions that make it impossible for you to do those things that you know you're going to be tempted to do. That's what I'm tapped into. I like insurance. Right? You finna climb your ass up the side of this rock. Let me tie some fucking strings on here and mount myself to this wall. So if I ever lose my strength, I know that something will catch me. And that's what you're doing right now. I like the energy. You telling yourself no a lot, and so you might not like the energy, or getting used to this type of energy is like fasting, or really denying yourself immediate gratification for long-term reward. A lot going forward this week is going to be deny yourself immediate gratification for long-term reward. You got the job, and you're going to take a vacation from some of these things that have been taking and depleting and not replenishing you in some way, shape, or form. Really, really giving your all to this investment in regards to expansion. Not being topsy-turvy or wishy-washy in regards to what you're doing, but understanding that it's adding towards taking away from. So really investing in those things wholeheartedly that add to is really going to help you to deal with some of the other things. I feel like if you have poor credit, then that's going to cause unexpected expenses, because where you may have gotten, let's say you could have got the phone for free and you just paid the first month bill or something like that, you had to pay for the phone, right? So a lot of those unexpected expenses will be depleted when you pay your bills and repair your credit. It's crazy how all this shit go in together. It is, but the root of that is telling yourself, no, damn, this depleted my energy. I done got mad at some shit on the internet. Let me cut this shit off. Oh, I'm all emotionally irate about some shit all around the world. I can't take care of what's going on in my house. When you start really focusing your energy and investing your time into the things that will replenish and reciprocate, then you're going to see rewards. Okay, there's no need to follow up. I feel like the follow up in reverse card debt is because the or opportunity for expansion is here. It's just, are you going to invest in it wisely? Okay. I am so grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, turning up. Face routine. I look like, girl, let me tell you, just wake up in the morning and smoke your blunt. That's what I do every day. That's I don't know what you're talking about. That's what you face routine. Go get your eyebrows microbladed. I don't know what to tell you. Shit, wash your face with water. Don't use no soap. Face routine. Did I even wash my face this morning? I don't even think so. Wake up. When you wake up, roll a blunt. Yeah. Then smoke it. I don't know. I don't have no face routine. Girl, I'm not about to play with you. Try to make me feel. Try to make me feel like I'm tripping. Because me and this man look just like. Face routine. Olive oil. I do. Let me tell you. I'm trying to. I'm trying to think of something. I do. I put coconut oil in my bath water. I do. I put coconut oil in my bath water. I don't know what to tell you. I wanted to put some lashes on this morning and then didn't do it. I'm flattered. She said face routine. Girl, what? Girl, what's your face routine? What's your face routine? Tell me, teach me. Teach me one. I had a mama who was like, everything was fast. And then I was already a Libra, Aquarius. So I'm like, people think I'm flirting when I'm just friendly and talkative or whatever it is like that. And so everything was fast. Everything was like, it's interesting. I love my mom and I appreciate my mom. I'm grateful for my mama. But there were things that she did that I feel like if she hadn't done, I probably would be more effeminate, like dainty, like ladylike. But I have these internal things that make me feel like whenever I think about it, and it does go back to my mom. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying that I can remember one Christmas asking my mom I was like 17, something like that. I was grown. I was grown. And I was like, I want matching panties. Now, mind you, I'm grown as a motherfucker. This is going to be my first bra and drawers that match. My grandmother, never, long story short, my grandmother got them for me, but I never got them for Christmas, right? It was so interesting, like looking back on how my mom was in regards to me being girly or like attractive. It's interesting to kind of look back on from a conscious place. Now, when I was just too oblivious and growing up in a narcissist family paradigm, of course it was just normal. Oh, you didn't get enough for Christmas, no big deal, get over it, right? But now that I look back on it, it still affects me to this day. I don't even know how to put on makeup. I don't know how to put on makeup because if I would have put on makeup when I was young, my mom would have been like, either she would have told me I was fast. There would have been no guidance. It would have been something like you got to learn how to do it by yourself. Like fuck it. So I skipped a lot of that shit. I skipped a lot of that shit. Steam and a face mask. Okay. You working on bringing up your feminine self? I think about it all of the time. At this point, I feel like I'm 40, and I feel like, and I guess that's like giving up, but I don't know. And that's expensive. Maybe like, and then there's a 2 hour routine in the morning. I already be struggling to get here at 9 o'clock. It just, I got all these excuses for it being, I just told you where it come from now. Now, we doing Libra question now. Shit. You want to go into a long ass dissertation about it? Four of Swords energy is out. Four of Swords is the piece that surpasses all understanding. The Four of Swords has to do with that energy that we've been talking about a lot today. That's like emotional. I call it Four of Swords the piece that surpasses all understanding. You see, Courage the cowardly dog in this dystopian environment, but still managing to be the most conscious one there and still able to make connections, even though he's in these conditions. Star card energy is out here. There's a lot of energy coming through, especially over the next 24 hours about you being emotionally controlled, about you not reacting and not responding. Knight of Cups energy is out the Five of Wands in the ways that somebody is bringing you this drama. There's a lot of spiritual warfare. Warfare is psychological. Warfare means that I'm not going to irate. I'm not going to openly insult you, but I'm going to do these things. And then what happens is your reaction is open. I've done all of these things subtly and subliminally. And then you open and say, man, what the fuck is your problem, man? Well, I feel like, do you have a problem with me? Is this type of energy? And I can say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I can use that as a way to create a whole caricature around exactly who you are. That's going to be something that's going to be something that is so prevalent, right? It's Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner would just be a Roadrunner, right? This man fucked his whole life up trying to create conditions in order to get this fucking Roadrunner caught up in. And this is the energy that's on this board. And it's all going to be in whether or not you react emotionally or if you can react from a sound mind. If you see the hand, they showing you their hand and you know how to protect yourself and play in regards to them showing you their hand, you cool. That's what this feels like. Seven of Pentacles energies out with the Chariot. 7-7 angel number. The star card is 1-7. 7-7-1-7, right? Enlightenment, awareness, moving from a place of consciousness. Not letting your subconscious control you, controlling your subconscious through the conscious mind. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. Eight of Pentacles energy. It makes me feel like a lot of people around you talking about failures, like what they feel like are failures. To you they were stepping stones on your path towards success. Is other people looking at it as if you failed or something like that. So it's all of these motherfuckers in your ear. Eight of Pentacles energy. Why you trying to focus? Why you trying to be consistent? Why you trying to overcome? Reminding you of failures from the past. Four of Pentacles energy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 3 Pentacles. But I see consistent and steady growth as long as you can maintain emotional control. That's what I'm tapped into. 10 of Wands energy. I put 2 labels on my back and start walking. 10 of Wands, I do see someone wanting to surmount you. Somebody wanting to suppress you or oppress you. Handmaid's Tale is what they said in my mind's eye just now. But I also see you having the capacity to carry it, okay? Ride on the magic school bus. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Y'all double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. That was a quick collective message for Libra. Ride on the magic school bus. Thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscribes and shares. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps y'all, double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps, go and tap that screen and share it out. All right, Leo. All right, Aries. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. Five of Wands energy is out here. Sorry about that. Five of Wands energy is out here. A lot of conflict, constraints, confusion. There's a con artist, competition, CON prefix. Knight of Wands energy is out. The Five of Wands, that's six wands. It just makes me feel like there's somebody who wants to compete with you. If you think of Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, the Iron Mike, the greatest, possible to beat, Evander Holyfield, if I'm not mistaken, was a little bit older than him or whatever it is like that. And it's like really, really, somebody really coming into your energy and realizing that you're not the one, the two, or the three. Nine of Wands with the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, I do see victory. This is like, I'm a Libra. I don't like competition and shit like that. Five of Wands energy is out the Knight of Wands, Six of Wands. Even though I do see you coming out on top, it's a con. Ace of Wands energy is out here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That's who we reading for. This is Seven of Wands on this board. Grab your torch and pitchforks. This is the energy of don't listen to the crowd. Maybe the herd is going to slaughter. Be careful of following the crowd. Don't listen to what the crowd, because if I remember correctly, the numbers were Mike on Mike. Right, like everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be easy, knockout, first round, da 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 da, blah blah blah." People talking all that shit. Shit, Evander, this man pulled the bite out of Mike. It's this type of energy. So don't listen to the crowds. Don't pay attention to. You might be underestimated. You might be the underdog in a situation or circumstance, especially over the next 24 hours. But I see you coming out victorious. That's what I see. The Sun card energy is out here. That's the card. The Sun card energy. They told me Christ. In the Bible, it was many times you can read through the Gospels where Jesus was threatened by crowds, hordes of people, and they talked about how he would walk through the crowd. They never said he got mad. They never said he got irate. One time he bent down and started writing in the dirt, like "fuck you niggas, I don't give." Y'all always talking this dumb ass shit every time I try to come outside. Y'all want to start talking to me. Is this type of energy where Jesus would walk through the crowds, Christ consciousness, right? Or he would he would answer them in a way that they weren't ready for. Sun card energy is out here, so be careful. There's going to be a group of people, a bandwagon. We already know that whenever a group of people join up against one person, who the strong person is, right? But they're heavily, like a lot of warfare, right? Attacks through your mind, not physical attacks. Attacks to your mind, trying to weaken you, right? They're showing me a crowd, like a stadium, if a home team advantage, right? We will rock you. Not that the team is necessarily better than you, but the roars of the crowds and the cheers and all of that shit, it affects you, right? If you ain't never played in the stadium before, and that's what this feels like to me. A lot of bandwagons, a lot of underestimated underdog energy, Ten of Swords energies out here. And if they can get in your mind, you could be, it doesn't matter, right? What you believe about yourself is true. The force and the power that you have will turn inside on you or be exerted externally into the world. And so the only hope of this adversarial entity that you're coming against, especially over the next 24 hours, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, is that you don't turn your force internally against you and start doubting yourself and start talking against yourself, but you keep that force externalized into the opposition, into the thing that's coming against you, so you can see positive results. This is what I tapped into. Page of Pentacles energy. Harry Potter, don't know who you are, right? Like underestimated a lot, or like undereducated, like unaware, ignorant of who you actually are, of the power of the force that you hold. But when you become aware of it, nothing is going to be able to impede your path, Matilda. You pair Harry Potter. It's this type of energy. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the divine. What Jesus said, I and the Father are one, right? The Fool card energy is out here, but when you operate in it, that's what it feels like over the next 24 hours. Are you going to let the jeers and the words from the world stop you from moving in the ways that you know you can move in? 5 angel number. A lot of conflict, a lot of challenges, a lot of opposition, but you definitely have the capacity to come out on top, even if you don't see it within yourself. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, let me know how that resonated for you. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. We did Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Let's do uh Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Y'all double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps, double tap that screen. Okay, birds. You know, over the weekend has been a lot about birds. I channeled a message about birds. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. If you birds are significant, they're hearing them birds confirm something for you. I got a message for you. Just look for it and post it later. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit. The bird, bird, bird. The bird of the word. The bird, bird, bird. The bird of the word. Not one's energy is out here. Ah, shit, I'm tired for you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Shit, goddamn, why they don't want to fucking leave you alone? It's crazy. They never give up, never give up, never give up. Doom, doom, doom. Why they don't want to leave you alone? Hierophant energy is out here. Hierophant is called by God. You make shit look too easy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You make shit look too easy. Called by God, elected by man. Hierophant energy. You know, nine of wands. And so a lot of times people look at the position you in, they want the power or the prosperity that come with the position. They don't realize the work you got to put in. And you make that shit look easy. You put in that motherfucking work. It's not easy to be a conduit between God and man. It's not easy to be this representative. It's like uh I was about to say Kirk and Rashida, but not Kirk and Rashida today. Kirk and Rashida before all of that happened, and how people idealize their relationship. Right? If Kirk and Rashida don't make it, then ain't nobody gonna make it. It's this type of energy. Now you look at them and you go, oh, I don't think I want that. But back in the day, people used to look at Kirk and Rashida and be like, okay, marriage and wood rich, okay. But anyway, go. Nine of Wands energies out here. I feel like the energy is this is the sword of Damascus. Have you ever heard that? Like, I like, Greek shit and all of that type of history shit. The sword of Damascus is there was this ruler and they would go out on sieges and take over villages and take over, he was his conquest was great, right? Basically, he was just, owning shit. When he wanted, I see it, I wanted his mind, basically. But I'm talking about with land or people's villages and shit like that. And every time they would celebrate another one of his victories, they would go into the great hall or whatever it is like that. And he sat in his chair where there was always a very, very sharp sword hanging over his seat. And it's like people be wanting to be in your seat. They don't realize the motherfucking challenges and the power that come with it. This is the energy that I'm tapped into. Pinky and the brain. King of Cups energy is out here. Right? Like every day, the wars that you have to fight, every day the solutions that you have to come up with, every day the energies that you have to deal with, because sometimes it can be difficult dealing with people who don't have common sense or whatever it is like that. This ability to remain gracious. Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. You make some shit look real easy, and that's why somebody just won't stop. Like in regards to their continual assault, in regards to try to take your spot or some shit like that, a spot that they couldn't walk a step in. You really ain't under no threat. That's what it is. The magician card energy is a spot that they couldn't take a step in. It's like even if they got the sword or whatever it is like that, they showing me like King Arthur's court. The power wouldn't flow through it. You know how Thor's hammer don't work for nobody, except it worked for one other person. I can't remember who that was it worked for. But you know how, Captain America, because your heart got to be pure. You know how Thor's hammer don't work for nobody, but unless they heart pure, it's this type of energy that's on this board. Emperor card energy is out here. This is the position of power. Emperor card, Hierophant, Magician card, Empress. This the fucking second time, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You done got the Hierophant, the Emperor, and the Empress. I don't see this type of shit don't come out on a regular basis. Emperor, Empress, Hierophant. That would be divine union, marriage, soul union, masculine and feminine coming together in divine order, operating on the physical plane as it's connected to the spiritual. Christ consciousness. The sun card came out just for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Very, very similar energy. Just as card energies out here. I don't see them leaving you alone because people look at the position that you see it in and they only see the power or the prosperity associated, and you make it look very, very easy. But there is this continual sword of Damascus hanging over your head, and even if given the opportunity, most people wouldn't take a step in your shoes or even if at your seat. This is what I'm tapped into. Five of Cups energy is out here. You make that shit look easy. You don't really talk a lot about the isolation. You don't really talk about a lot about feeling lonely. Like, I think that you connected to God, and I know you're not lonely, but the feeling, like the physical feeling, despite what your spiritual consciousness tells you, the physical feeling that you have to endure in this plane until you go back to heaven where you come from is this type of energy. And people look at you and say, oh, that they want this and they want that. 5 angel number is you know, universe. You smart. You aware, you get it, and you know nothing matters. And I've never seen a universe that like it. You see, what it was, who that was? That was on Rick and Morty. That was on Rick and Morty, and Rick was telling that to his daughter. You smart. You get the universe. You know that nothing really matters, and so you take the universe for a ride. And I've never seen one that likes it. And you get it right. Other people look at you, they envy you, they want what you have, they want to try to do what you do. They could never quite do it the way you do it. They ain't got your sauce. They don't know the seasoning blend that you use because they haven't taken the steps that you take and endured the difficulties that you've endured. Hermit card energies in reverse. And then you're not out here wearing that shit on your sleeve. Hangman, hermit card energies out here. You're not out here, Eight of Swords. You're not doing that. You're just going through what the fuck you gotta go through and getting what the fuck you gotta get because you know what God got for you and you want what God got for you, period. Energies out here. So I feel like that we started off this card with somebody who never too much. They ain't gonna never give up, and you either. Never grateful for okay. The road runner ain't never stopped. Me. Just me on your stupid ass, nigga. So they ain't gonna give up, and you ain't. I don't see you giving up. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gifts. I always hope I'm saying something to help y'all. Double tap that screen and share the live so we can share these. One of the most interesting things that I have discovered, we got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, same best for the last face ass, that I have discovered in this arena of going live and stuff like that, is that people will come like, okay, I'm big. I know I'm chubby. I know I'm fat. Whatever word you want to use. Okay. Now you done came over here. You saw I was fat, and you gonna tell me I was fat? Like I wake up and look in the mirror and see myself be fat, and you know how it feels to me energetically. Just because I'm an energy, I pick up on energy. You mad because I don't want you to like me. Like you, she's not skinny. I'm not attracted to her. Scroll the fuck on then. No, I'm gonna tell her. Like what the fuck? What kind of way that shit is that? I don't give a fuck. I couldn't care less. You thought I cared? That baffles me, and so I'm only seeking clarity. It's the neurodivergence in me. You thought I cared? I'm trying to figure it out because basically what you're saying is I don't want to fuck you. Good. I'm happy with that. That makes me happy. Yay! Now if you could scroll your ass the fuck on, I poke my fat ass toes up too. The fuck you thought? The crazy part is you mad at me because I don't want you. I don't want to be accepted by you, bitch. You think I got fat by mistake? What if I got fat to keep you niggas away? What if that was the whole point? That didn't work because you still here fucking with me. That's crazy. It didn't work. I might well just get back skinny, huh? Fuck myself up. The fuck? Leave me alone. I just be trying to understand. And then that's where I fuck up at. My spirit team be telling me, you trying to understand some shit that don't need you. How you gonna understand some shit that don't make sense? You trying to wrap your head around. You get what I'm saying? You can't wrap your head around that. I see somebody, I'm scrolling, I see somebody, maybe they're not physically attracted to me. You know what I do? Scroll. Unless they saying some shit. What you saying? You saying some smart shit? I might like that. Come over here. Like I didn't wake up and look in the mirror and know how I look today. Should have seen it before I put this thing on my head. You should have seen it before I put this thing on my head. Put the earring in. You lucky. Shit, boy. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We've had enough fun. You better leave me alone. I know me. I know me. I know what I look like. Now where we going? Do you see where we going with this? Huh? Page of Cups. I like the Page of Cups because everybody else been getting Knight of Cups. The Page of Cups is at least sincere. At least they the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But at least they got good intentions because everybody else been dealing with conflict, confusion. But this is somebody they not mean they conflicted and confused, but they don't mean to be. Page of Wands energies out here. Page of Cups, naive, inexperienced, fumbling, but they're not trying to cause no drama or no confusion. They just negligent in like information or whatever it is like that. Higher for energies out here. Lord have mercy. It's going to be the interesting next 5 days. I think that the difference between the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands is going to be learnability. Like I can teach you. If you know teachability, or if I expose you to the right things, if I put the right things in front of you, you have the space and opportunity to make a different decision. Versus the Knight of Wands is almost like full speed ahead, as well as the Knight of Cups, right? It's, decision made head first, 5150 into some shit. The Hermit card energy is out here with the Hierophant. King of Swords energy is out here with the Three of Pentacles. It feels like Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you're in a position to make a decision about. It's like this. It would be a long-term investment for sure. But it's like, do you want to take the time and energy and effort to invest in something that won't pay off today? Or may not ever pay off, but it's investing in another person's well-being, investing in another person's possibility of hope. Like without certain information, without understanding certain information, the world could be a very like dangerous, detrimental place. If you don't understand psychological warfare, if you don't understand spiritual warfare, if you don't understand composure, if you playing checkers and not chess, this is somebody who's playing checkers. Now, I feel like you chess master, right? Mr. Miyagi around this motherfucker. The higher for energy is out here with the heart card, but very much so in a position to decide, do you want to, guide a person, King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, through whatever naivety. Emperor card, Hierophant, King of Wands, Heavy Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune. This is the energy of giving somebody purpose. Like how people talk all the time about prosperity. This might not have a lot to do with prosperity, but in life you will feel very purposeful. Like you would feel like in life you made a difference and you had an impact, and your impact was one that bettered the world. Now, to me, energetically, 10 on 1, to me, energetically, 10 angel number. Does it feel like it's your responsibility? No, it don't feel like it's your responsibility or your obligation, like a mother with her child. It's not your obligation, but it does feel like it would be purpose, right? Like you watch Lynn Toller, or you watch Judge Julie, and you say, okay, she said something to that young person, or they said something to that young mind that might change their life, or whatever it is like that. Hell, you listen to them, they might say something that helped you out, or whatever it is like that. That's how this feels. Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You might be in life like maybe you're financially stable, emotionally secure, mentally sound, but you don't feel like you have purpose. Like you get up and you get money every day, and that's cool. But like in regards to feeling like the life that you live in is having an impact on the world in the ways that you want to have an impact, this is what Spirit is alluding to. You saying something, or you being someone, a mentor or a guide is the word that they're using in some way, and that's where you're going to find your purpose. That's what this feels like. 4 or 5 angel number. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we got a 9 angel number, and we also got a 10 angel number. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for your shares. You are appreciated. We're going to do a collective message before we log out for the morning. I hope I can see you tomorrow again for our daily check-in. I sincerely hope I've said something that helps, or at least made you laugh or chuckle. Maybe look at things differently, change your perspective. Perhaps you know how to go out in the world crystal clear at the bottom of the day. Perhaps you know how to go out in the world and prepare yourself or protect yourself. Likely you won't fall victim to the plots, the ploys, and the schemes that are set up by literally Satan. Because we battle not against flesh and blood, it's powers and principalities. And so helping you to awaken to the way that these spirits move through people is my only intention, okay? Let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for your super chats. What is the most important message? Time to move on. And we've been talking about this kind of all day, really since the like Thursday. You know, we've been talking about this energy of like, don't go back, right? Like, don't go back. Emotional baggage. And they're also talking about like what you bringing with you. I've noticed a lot, especially over the last 48 hours, like throwing shit away. Like things that I would normally like, oh, maybe I could put this here or try to organize and try to situate like, you know. So it's time to move on and you know this. You can sense this. They showing me the train station in Harry Potter, 33 and a half or whatever it is like that. Whatever it is like that, you know that it's time. And you know that there's only so much that you can bring with you. And there is this idea of what you'll be able to return to, or if you'll ever return back to a frequency, a timeline, a dimension where anything that once had value to you will be valuable. Trust your intuition. Energy is out here with confessions. Murky waters. There's going to be a lot of clarity. I feel like there's going to be a lot of release. Confessions, murky water, 1020, 1020 angel number. A big thing of like being honest with yourself about who you are, expressing that, and being honest with others about who you are. I feel like the murky waters is like what dimension. Like as you are honest with yourself about who you are, then people gonna see the real you, right? And then all of the people who you was, you know, people pleasing to be around, or all of the people who were only being around you because it was beneficial to you to them because you were people pleasing. There's going to be some shift in that murky waters, and there's this energy around who you want to stay in versus who probably will stay. That's what this feels like. Fighting spirit energies out here. This has been coming up a lot. Yeah, like the idea of if an energy or entity can get you to react or respond irrationally, irrationality being a big theme of today's like session, if you will, right? Like they know you got to fight a spirit, but how are you fighting? Are you fighting physically, which could bring detriment towards you? Are you fighting intellectually, intelligently with emotions, so that you can add value to what it is that you're building? Take action. Okay, I know you ain't no punk bitch. And we know you're not just sitting there taking it, but it's going to be the way that you react and respond that's going to make all the difference. I'll be open to receiving. One of the most permeating messages is this, visual image of the promises of God, almost like a rainbow kind of energy around, iridescent energy around this card. I saw rainbows so much today that I just feel like you're going to see physical representations of the promises of God. And those physical representations of the promises of God, rainbows, shifting colors, and things like that, should be motivating like time markers or landmarks on your path to let you know that you're getting closer and closer to receiving what God has for you, hidden in plain sight. So a lot of like, what does a chameleon do? It shifts and it can turn any color, right? So heavy on messages that are coming through in nature and answers being right in front of you. You just need to ask God to give you the eyes to see. That's what this feels like. I like this energy, gentleness. We were talking about that earlier, kind of inadvertently talking about like embracing more femininity, embracing more of a nurturing nature, and whether you know it or not, like this level that you're moving into, these doors that are opening for you might just naturally include that, which is so beneficial for you. Don't run from it. I think that this to me feels like you feel like you can't have both, and I don't think that's true. I think that when you embody both, that's where the most brilliance is. That is the real embodiment of divine energy. So yeah, I like it. Beauty sleep energy is out here, and queen of everything. I am so grateful for every opportunity that you give me to share this gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. If you're ever interested in a private session, you should check out my link tree. The link tree is /TarotonDex. You can also check out my website. Website is www.tarotondex.com. Check out the daily readings that we're doing here, daily check-ins, and I'm going to post some rituals, some magic. So be looking out for that this week. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose. Wholeness. If